Hello, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Friday, August 30th, 2019. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on a remanufactured double-stack spin rinse dryer designed for 6-inch wafers with the state-of-the-art SciTech SlickDevice Controller. As seen on past videos, this controller now makes a traditional spin rinse dryer after our refurb process as good or better than any new rinse dryer you can buy in the world. It's a state-of-the-art direct replacement, and it now enhances tools to a whole new level. Let me go ahead and get out of my save there. I'm modifying the recipe. There we go. So we do not give our customers' names out on the videos because they are uploaded to our YouTube channel, but their PO is PO 665948. Before I start, just for reference, this machine right here also goes to the same customer. This was a video last Friday, and the customer was sent the video on Monday. We have the acceptance for shipment, but I asked them yesterday if they want both in one crate because it is going international, and I had no response back today. So once I get a response, it's 2 days for a crate delivery before we can package these up. I just want to reiterate that, and I'll send it again in my email. Excuse me. Okay, so this configuration is with the state-of-the-art SlickDevice F model controllers. The customer's cassette is the PA18260MB, designed for a full load. There's 3 options they buy. I see the anti-static module there on the back. Here's the water recirculation, and here is the resistivity probe. We also have our name tag on the back for all the documentation. It's a model H70F as in Frank. Its SRD number is 01152. Manufacture date 9/2019. We put it as next Monday because it will not ship till next week, so we went ahead and made the serial date for next Monday. This is a 220 ready tool. There's no transformer needed. It can plug right into the 220 in the customer site, and we're ready to go. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start the process. I minimized the process a little bit. We have a 60-second rinse, a 10-second purge, a 90-second dry, 1, and a 240-second dry 2. I'll go ahead and review those as we're doing the different steps. So, customer would load their cassette, excuse me, and hit start. Load their cassette, and hit start. This is a traditional process. So you rinse the wafers. It's a re-quality rinse because the wafers should be coming out of the wet process sink or bath in a clean fashion. So it's more of a quality control. Then we'll move into a purge. What that purge does is it blows the DI water out of the DI lines so it doesn't drip back during the dry cycle. Then you have your traditional dry 1 and dry 2. Dry 1 is a shorter duration, high RPM dry meant to sling the water off of the substrates. Use centrifugal force, heater blankets, and hot N2 to dry. Then you'll go into dry 2, which is elongated dry, the same process except for you lower the RPMs down and the anti-static module turns on. There was many studies done up at Semi-Tool and Kalispell that showed if you can reduce your RPMs in your dry cycles, you'll tend to always have better particle counts. So we have about 5 seconds left, as you can see up here, and down there, 7 seconds here. We'll go to the next step. We are going into the purge. The purge is a higher RPM. There we go. So on our graphic indicator, it shows you what's happening. The LPP is on, the N2 is on, and the purge is on. You can also see over on the right-hand side. Now we're in dry 1. The difference is now you have the N2 heater and the bowl heater on. You might notice in the video, you'll see the bowl heater, which is green. It'll go from green to amber back and forth. That's because we monitor the process switch, and when the process switch opens, there's no more current for the heater blanket. So we show you that in the color change. And then when it cools back down and it closes and it starts to heat again, we go back to green. So the system's in nice shape. Looks good. What I'll do is, while we're going through the dry cycle, because it's kind of boring, as you can see, we're kind of busy in final test. Here's 2 more double stacks. These are also have the SlickDevice S1 with the brushless motor. These are 8-inch tools. There's 2 of them. And these also are going international. All 4 of these tools you see right here. Actually, there's another tool behind us, so all 5 are going international right now. So while we're doing this, let me go ahead and talk about our support. This is known as the F model. F as in Frank. If you go to our website at scitechprocess.com, on the left-hand side you'll see a row of buttons. The first 7 buttons are all Semi-Tool related. The first 3 are the machines. The S model the F model, and the traditional ST. You can see any type configuration, any type size. We build any size, any configuration. We are the #1 manufacturer in the world of refurbished spin rinse dryers. Then the next 3 buttons are all the spare parts. So this customer in this case would go to the F model, and then we have all of it. We have the motors, we have the heater blankets, we have the controllers, we have the sensors, we have the valves, we have everything. So we can build this whole machine brand new. So we have quite a large array of parts. Then if you look down further, we have the 7th button is for people that have the semi-tool SST, SAT, and WSST. We have a range of spare parts for those available too. What you will find is we do offer quite a lot of other front-end semiconductor equipment. We do the Integris box washers. We do quite a lot of those. We do mask and wafer scrubbers. We do a lot of those. We do photoresist pump rebuilds, controller rebuilds, and supply remanufactured pumps and controllers for the Millipore, Cybor, IDI family of pumps. We also do etch and ash equipment, like the Branson ashers, the March ashers. So we do a wide range of those systems. We also do microscopes, high and low power microscopes. So if you go to our website, there's always a wide range of equipment. You can just go to the search box and see the tools we have, or just if you do that and you click on any of the buttons, that'll send an email to sales with your specific information and questions, and we can get back to you. Okay, now we have about 2.5 minutes to go. This is, as I said, the lower RPM. We're down to 500 RPM. One of the nice things about our tool, our state-of-the-art controller, as you'll notice the RPMs, we are exactly on 500. We have microcontrol multiple times a second that we adjust for the RPMs. We also have a smart controller that remembers the power needed run after run. So instead of having to kind of ramp its way up and figure out to an RPM, we can move very quick to that RPM and stabilize very fast. So you get a more reliable system. One of the things that we also do on this system is we have the N2 purge saver. We have it that when the wafers are taken out of the process chamber, we can turn off the N2. You can save thousands of dollars per head assembly per year with this N2 savings. And we also have an anti-static module notification. We monitor the anti-static module. We have a proprietary algorithm we've developed that we know if the anti-static module is working or not. That way, if it fails, you'll know immediately. So instead of having defects down the road and you have to work your way back to find out where the particles came from and cost you tens of thousands of dollars, we'll show you after the second run. So you got about 1.5 minutes to go. As you can see, it's just running nicely here. One thing that's not on here that the customer will get, and only because I didn't want to delay the video for this, we do have light indicators. They'll be here and here. And we'll be taking the poly front off on Monday and putting those on there. They just tell you what the process is. Green means you're running. Red means there's an alarm. Amber means you're waiting. So we'll upgrade at no charge these light indicators. We think, besides being visually a good notification to customers, they look very nice alongside our controller. So there's a double enhancement to the customer. They get a better looking machine and they get the visibility of what's really happening. So we have about 45 seconds to go. So at the end of the process, back here on the left-hand side, on each bowl assembly, it's called a rotor stop positioner, known as RSP. It has a piston that will shoot out. It'll roll against the cam assembly that controls the rotor. It'll find the flat, it'll upright, we call home position, which is 12 o'clock. And then once you get down to 0 RPM, I'll hear the door release, and I'll be able to take the substrates out. The rotor stop positioner fires at 70 RPM, so you'll see that in a second. We got about 9 seconds on the top and about 10 seconds on the bottom. Here we go. We'll start the wind down very quickly. Alrighty, almost. And there we go. Rotor stop position fired. I just heard the door release and the door release. Before I open the doors, I'll show you this indicator. So, at process, okay, open door, successful run, it gave you all the times. If you had a problem, it would come up with an unsuccessful run, so an operator knew. And if there was an alarm, once you can clear by acknowledging it, hitting the clear button, or opening the door. I'll show you. Watch. Open the door, it clears it. Down here, hitting the clear button clears it. So let me go ahead and check for the first substrate. Nice and hot N2. Wafers look good, nice and dry. Let me check the bottom. I'll feel for nice hot N2 and nice and dry. Okay, so that will conclude this video source inspection of a fully remanufactured 870F with the state-of-the-art SlickDevice upgraded controllers. This video will be compiled tonight, and hopefully I'll have a link I can send to my customer tonight. Because it is international and Monday is a holiday in the U.S., as long as they get back to us by Tuesday morning, we'll be able to order the crates and decide do they want 2 separate crates, because I'm not sure if they're going to the same building, even though it's the same location, or if they want 1 crate to consolidate shipments and save some money. If there's any questions, my name is Jim Mullany from SciTech Process Solutions. My direct number is 916-975-2200. And again, today is August 30th, 2019. Thank you.